Undocumented by Duncan Tenatiu, A Worker's Fight. You don't know our names, but you've seen us. In this country, we build houses, we harvest crops, we cook, we clean, and we raise children. Some people want to kick us out, and some act like we don't exist. But we are here, compañeros. We may not have documents, but we will have a story. But we all have a story, and we all have a name. This is my story. I am Juan. I was born in a small village in Mexico. We don't speak Spanish there. We speak our own language, Mixteco. I started working in the fields when I was very young. My father passed away when I was a niño. I had to work to help out my mom, brothers, and sisters. I crossed the border before I turned 18. My tío, who lived in the U.S., paid for a coyote to show me the way. He paid him a lot of money, you know. The migros or the migras caught me that first time I tried to cross. They beat me with their palos hard. But I tried again the next day. I ran past the border fence with the coyote. I called my tío. A guy picked me up and drove me to a strange city. Soy la migra. I moved in with my tío and tres primos. They lived in a poor neighborhood where los police sometimes harass you for no reason. You can see how it is to live in a rough neighborhood and the police. And if I'm not mistaken, that's supposed to be an African-American boy. See the house, kind of where the apartments that they lived in. And I'm imagining this is Juan. We called our apartment the bachelor's pad, man. So this is them in their apartment, the bachelor's pad. All boys. I needed work to help my family. Isn't that cool? A grillman, flowers, deli, supermarketa, dishwasher, prep cook, delivery, famous musical. Hey, we all have dreams. I started working in a restaurant where one of my primos worked. When the boss hired me, he said he was doing me a favor because I had no papers. I was just happy to have a job. I met my wife at the restaurant. She used to work there making spring rolls, taquitos, you know. She helped me learn Spanish and some English too. This is him doing his job. Oh, and I think that's his wife. See, she's making the taquitos. I worked there for 2 years. No, I worked there for years, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, for very little pay. But one day, a Chinese waitress, Lee, got hired. Soon after she started, she told me she wanted to go have the happy hours with me. What did she want me to do with her? She knew I was a married man, but she kept asking, and one day, I went out with her. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Why do you think she wants to meet him? And remember, she is Chinese. And they're working at the same restaurant. What do you want from me? I'm married. Why do you always ask me to go out with you after work? I was surprised by what she said, man. Juan, it's not fair that they are paying us so little. They should at least be paying us the minimum wage. Do you know what that is? We work hard. We deserve to be paid right. We had a long conversation that night. So here they are at happy hour. Ask your parents what happy hour is. I'm not going to tell you. The next day, I kept thinking about what Lee had said. The boss pays me $250 a week. That's about $3 an hour. He should pay me at least $5 plus tips. But he steals them. He doesn't pay us overtime. I can't miss work even if I feel sick. How much is he taking from me every week, every year? And not just me, man. How many people work in the restaurant? The boss has a fancy car, expensive clothes, and we can barely pay our rent. You see, minimum wage for tip workers in New York in 2014 was $5 an hour. I kept thinking about it, but that night I received some news that gave me something more to think about. Juan, said my wife, I'm pregnant. I was very happy, but also scared. And the story continues.